Vallarta this year?
Actually, Puerto Vallarta is 320 nautical miles southwest of Cabo.
This is my 70th birthday celebration, with family members joining me here at the beautiful Dreams Resort in Puerto Vallarta. It's mid-February and the weather is perfect. Sherry and Bob came from Deerfield Beach, Florida, where they maintain a very active life. Both bike, play dominoes, and entertain their many friends. Sherry plays mahjong, while Bob plays golf and pool. Arlene and Steve come from Alexandria, Virginia, where Arlene is an executive consultant for nonprofit organizations. Steve is a self-employed telecommunications engineer. Ben came from Washington, D.C., where he is a litigation attorney for a private law firm. Britt has 6 months left working as a law clerk for a federal judge in North Carolina and will then move to D.C. to practice law. Rachel came from Brooklyn, New York, where she is a professor of anthropology at the New School in the city. Stephen also came from Brooklyn, New York, where he works as an assistant editor for the local public broadcasting station, Channel 13. Malcolm and Elizabeth came from Cortland Manor, New York. Malcolm is a digital media artist for NBC Universal, and Elizabeth is a clinical psychologist with a private practice in the city. Bruce and Lori came from Walden, New York. Bruce is a manager at Times Square Lighting, and Lori is an elementary school teacher. Susan and Mike came from Des Moines, Iowa. Susan is an investment specialist at Principal Insurance, and Mike is the state treasurer of Iowa and an initial supporter of Obama's election campaign. They are frequent guests at the White House functions. Zach came from Denver, Colorado, where he is a student at the University of Colorado, specializing in ethnic studies. Eric and Lauren came from Portland, Oregon, where Lauren teaches in an elementary school, and Eric is an accomplished and acclaimed jazz guitarist. Alan and Tavia came from Tiburon, California. Alan is a corporate tax attorney at Dolby Systems, while Tavia specializes in banking law for a private law firm. But she still manages to find time to provide pro bono legal services through Lawyers for One America. Aaron and Nicole came from San Francisco, California, where Nicole works for a nonprofit internet company that provides classroom funding for teachers throughout the country. Aaron is a writer for W Cities and is a very accomplished skateboarder. Mitchell and Alex come from Cupertino, California. Mitchell has his own book publishing company, Happy About, and is an internet entrepreneur. Alex also works for Happy About. Stuart and Christine come from Venice, California, where Stuart is a very successful motion picture film editor. Christine, who also worked as a film editor, is currently enjoying being mom and doing volunteer work at the girls' schools. And Fred and I came from Los Gatos, California. Fred is on the board of Opera San Jose, and I am an active board member of the San Jose Opera Guild. We film and produce TV and movie commercials for the opera. That makes 34 of us, with ages ranging from 6 to 82. What fun! Quilting has been a big part of my life for the last 7 years. When I started, my friend Edna taught me the basics, and I took a few classes during the early years. Now, it is a fundamental aspect of my life. The sewing room is my sanctuary, where I spend many happy hours, making quilts that provide warmth and comfort to many members of our family. This dragon quilt is one of my favorites, made from scraps of Chinese kimono fabric donated by my good friend Connie. And this one is Fred's favorite because of the demanding accuracy in creating the many pointed crowns. I love to cook, but did not spend much time in the kitchen until I retired 15 years ago. This recipe for rolled chicken comes from a Mark Bittman book and is one of our favorite dishes.
Picture you upon my knee, just tea for two and two for tea, just me for you and you for me alone.
I can't say that Fred and I eat like this every night, but special meals have become part of our weekly routine. Yum!
We won't have it known, dear, that we own the telephone, dear. Day will break and you'll awake and start to bake a sugar cake for me to take, for all the boys to see.
Regular exercise has been a part of my life since retirement, but I really appreciate the benefits of Pilates training. Fred and I have been training with Midge 2 times a week for many years. Pilates emphasizes core strength, flexibility, and balance. These sessions pay big dividends as you get older. As many of you know, Fred and I fell in love with opera about 8 years ago and now attend about 15 operas each year in San Jose, San Francisco, and New York. Fred joined the Board of Trustees of Opera San Jose 2.5 years ago, and we now film every opera produced by the company, typically during the final dress rehearsal at the magnificent California Theater. I shoot wide angle, and Fred gets the close-ups, which are then edited into TV commercials, theater commercials, web videos, and promotional DVDs. This one recently appeared on KQED, our local public broadcasting station.
For more than 25 years, Opera San Jose has been making history as the only resident opera company in America. Immerse yourself in the magic of opera at the magnificent California Theater for a stunning production of Puccini's La Rondine.
I am also a member of the San Jose Opera Guild and participate in regular monthly meetings, fundraising events, and sponsored concerts during the year. And let's not forget about Mahjong. Our Monday afternoon group was formed soon after my retirement and has been going strong ever since.
Very nice. And I drew it. Okay, so.
Many of us attend the annual Mahjong convention in Las Vegas, as well as the local fundraiser benefiting Jewish Family Services. Of course, the kids loved hanging out at the pool. All are good swimmers and are comfortable in the water, often staying in for hours. We had a meeting place here as well as on the beach, but often returned here for happy hour. This is our 6th seaside family vacation, and all voted the Dreams Hotel in Puerto Vallarta our favorite. The smaller size, very friendly staff, ocean view rooms, and great food made this all-inclusive resort a winner. And the proximity of beach and pool allowed the kids to range freely for most of the trip. The sand was soft, the beach was enclosed, and there was no shortage of chairs and umbrellas. In fact, Puerto Vallarta was named the best beach in Latin America by Travel and Leisure magazine. Hanging out here was our main afternoon activity. We are so lucky. Although humpback whales come to this bay to birth and breed every winter, seeing this display up close is a real treat. Although the water was somewhat cold and the waves a bit rough, we all loved playing in the ocean. Some of us even ventured out into the sea by kayak, one of the many activities offered by the hotel. In addition to morning yoga on the beach, the hotel offered many activities during the day, including parasailing, ping pong, and volleyball. For some of us, Learning to make great Mexican paella was a real treat and a great taste. For the kids, bungee-style trampoline acrobatics was definitely a hit. Although the little ones really enjoyed the supervised play center, with no adults allowed. However, the more creative souls among us certainly enjoyed ceramics painting. The town of Puerto Vallarta is the second most visited resort area in all of Mexico, attracting 2.2 million tourists per year, and its beaches have been called the best in Latin America by Travel and Leisure magazine. The Church of Our Lady of Guadalupe took 33 years to build, from 1918 to 1955, although most taxi drivers tell tourists it's more than 100 years old. And let's not forget about shopping. Some of the local art is really very appealing. You ought to be in pictures. The Hollywood movie Night of the Iguana was filmed here in 1963, starring Richard Burton and Ava Gardner. However, the scandalous love affair between Burton and Elizabeth Taylor really put Puerto Vallarta on the map. You ought to be in pictures. You're wonderful to see. You ought to be in pictures. Oh, what a hit you would be. Since we love to eat, the consistently good and varied food at the hotel was an unexpected treat. Ditto for Coco's, the all-day espresso bar. We gathered in small groups for lunch and breakfast, but always got together for dinner at one of the many fine restaurants here at Dreams. Catching up with each other's lives always makes these gatherings a very important part of our family history. Many of us would not see each other without them. Now, that's coffee served with an authentic Mexican flair. Yum!
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Peggy. Happy birthday to you.
What a wonderful way to celebrate my 70th birthday. Fred and I can't wait for the next excuse to invite all of you back here to Dreams Resorts in Puerto Vallarta.